Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for being here today. So, yesterday I took a day off. I had the worst day of my life, I think. It's so crazy because I woke up today with like so much pep in my step, and it's weird because yesterday I felt so low. Like, I cannot even believe I was that depressed. And it's weird because I felt like talking about what's been happening to me lately, and I didn't really know how to tell the world this, so I was like fighting it yesterday all day, and laid in bed, just like vegged out, did absolutely nothing, and I felt like horrible because I was going against something that I feel strongly about, and I realized today, like, I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm just going to tell you guys what's been going on. I wrote a post about it, but not everybody, I don't think, gets those alerts or notifications about my community posts. So okay, well, here's the thing. I've been working with ET. I've been working with aliens. Yes. I've been working with otherworldly beings, agents, entities, whatever you call them. I've been working with them for a couple years now. But mainly it was to heal myself. I was realizing at rock bottom that, like, I wasn't doing okay. I had so much pain in the body, inflammation, mental illness. I was on every, well, not every pharmaceutical you could think of, but I was on a lot of antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications. I was on thyroid medication. I was on literally everything. I even had polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is PCOS. It's infertility. More or less, it's a hormonal issue. I was also facing that. I was just not okay. I was an alcoholic. I was drinking maybe a fifth like every 2 days. It's pretty bad, especially after my divorce. It was pretty bad. And I was, well, I guess at rock bottom, working with ET. But, I didn't really want to come out and say that. But these agents, these entities, they're invisible. I mean, it's not like I have like little gremlin looking guys. Like, it's not ET phone home kind of shit. They're invisible. They definitely, they're very high vibrational, hence the healing aspect. But because they're so high vibrational, you can't see them. Just like I presume a lot of people that are lower vibrational than us now, meaning the collective that I read for, a lot of people that you've outgrown and energetically detached from, they can't see you anymore. Not only physically are they out of your life, they're not going to be able to watch you or see you, but vibrationally speaking, I do think that there's a little bit of a, they can't conceive of you anymore. They cannot conceptualize who you are anymore. And so anyway, in that same way, these ET are invisible. They do not, it's not that they don't want to be seen, it's that they can't be seen with the human eye. But because I've been doing this work online for so long, and I've been working on my psychic gifts, I've been practicing, especially on live streams, for 4.5 years. I've been doing readings. This is not the first channel I've been doing readings on. I've had tons of channels. I've been doing live streams for the collective, for people, like, for years. This has literally been my gig. This has been my job. I literally get paid to read tarot for people. My psychic gifts have been my bread and butter, and so because of that, I've just been getting better and better and better, to a point now where I see too much, I hear too much. I'm too open, in my opinion. I'm too open, and I'm psychically just too in tune anymore. And the problem is you get to a point where you don't want to awaken to what you're seeing, which is really just a lot of pain in the world. no longer your pain. It's now other people's pain. And at first I was so okay with just utilizing these beings. I was cool with Reiki. I was good with letting them heal me, doing cord cutting and teaching me about like the body. And I didn't really learn from a book. I didn't learn textbook. I learned divination through these entities. I learned how to protect my body, my aura, my psychic abilities, my gifts, especially online where there's like 20 to 30 people at any given moment in 20 to 30 different realities pulling on my energy. I had to learn how to protect myself as a psychic and still, remain in my own frame, remain in my own energy. And so these beings have helped me do that. And I wasn't really gonna be, I didn't think, talking about this because, well, I mean, does anybody really want to? I don't think so. I don't know. I was just really okay with being selfish. I was okay with being all about me, myself, and I. And technically speaking, that's a good thing. Because you can't really help others until your glass is fucking full and overflowing, really. But I will say that the entities who have been approaching me lately, especially yesterday, I think it's because I was at my lowest yesterday. I think they've always been approaching me, but the way that I saw them yesterday was like a totally new way. I can't not talk about this anymore. I can't. Now, is it great for my romantic dating life? Probably not. I'm not sure that like any guy I talk to going here on forward would probably be like, oh yeah, no, the girl that talks about aliens? Oh yeah, like we're going on a date Friday. I don't know, but I really don't give a fuck because I care about my soul. I care about humanity. I have seen shit. You can't go back from it. I've literally been sexually harassed by demons in my bed. Like literally, I have been possessed so many times. It's insane. I have seen things I wish I hadn't. I've performed exorcisms. I literally perform exorcisms on people weekly. I talk about demons. I talk about energy warfare. Look, it is what it is. A lot of people might not like that I talk about aliens, and you might not like that, like, they're already here walking among us. Like, one of the things that freaked me out the most yesterday was that they showed me, yeah, we watch you, and we've literally watched you since the day you were born. And I was like, not a huge fan of that. It actually still makes me nauseous to think about. Whew. When they, I have chills because I did not like that. I was like, so you're like, what's that mean though? Because like I was sitting here in my apartment completely buck-ass naked, and I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Like I'm walking around just like free completely like this, and I'm just like, yeah, there's like thousands of you, huh? And they're like, yeah. Because I can hear them telepathically, which is, like it's one of the clair gifts. It's claircognizance, clairaudience, clairsentience. It's all that. You can feel, you can see, you can, especially clairvoyantly, I can see what these beings look like, but you can't with your physical eyes. So anyway, here I was just like letting it all out, right? And then they're like, yeah, no, we see that. Great. And I got in front of the mirror and I was like, you see this too, yeah? And I was just like, I don't know. I felt so like violated in a way, but yeah, also free. I was like, you've seen everything I've done, literally every single thing I've done for 34 years, and you're still wanting to help me. You saw all that, like you saw what I did like last week too, and you saw what I did, in bed the other day. It's like I know it's fucking creepy. It is supposed to be creepy, but there's almost this element of like, shit, that is true unconditional love then, huh? Okay, so once I realized that this is unconditional love and they really do come in peace and there's like nothing they want from us, they don't want anything from us. However, once I heard that they were watching and monitoring me, I was like, what the fuck? They were like, yeah, it's like going to the grocery store and watching some guy throughout his whole shopping experience, just standing there watching him, like people watching. And I was like, yeah, but see the difference? The difference here is that guy can look around and see you fucking staring at him from the rice aisle. The difference with you and me is that I didn't know you were fucking gawking the entire time I've been breathing. You understand? There's a little bit of a difference. So I've got a little bit of a bone to pick with them on that. But anyway, I don't know. I just think about it and I'm like, I couldn't stare at someone. I couldn't watch them in their most vulnerable times and like not look away, you know? That creeps me out. That part right there is the only part I'm like really kind of struggling with, guys, but everything else I'm cool with. I'm cool with it. You know? Their technology, the fact that they have all this advanced knowledge and they're teaching people Reiki and divination and yeah, what I think most would consider fallen angels. I suppose the religious community would call these entities fallen angels, which I don't subscribe to it. I don't think they're fallen at all. I think they're actually way higher than us. I think if anything, we are the fallen angels. But point is, I just needed to come out with it and say like, yeah, so ET, channeling. I mean, I've been channeling a minute. Like I've been channeling these higher vibrational forces for a minute, but I guess the difference between today and like when I was doing this work even a couple days ago is that I learned more about them, their lifestyles, how they monitor me, what they watch, why they watch us. And it's like, the more I know them, the more I want to. Like, for a long time, I was like, why? Why are you working with us? Why do you even want to offer humanity anything? You know? Like, what's in it for you? What are you doing to us? Are you trying to enslave humanity like they say in the movies? And like, I admit, because I was in fear for a long time. I chose fear and I was living in fear. I was like, yeah, I know what you're doing. Yeah, you're going to heal me, right? Sure, yeah. Teach me about how money is a frequency and I can have as much of it as I want, right? Yeah, sure. Teach me that I can heal myself and then heal others. Ooh, okay, all right. So what's in it for you? Because you're gonna require me to do something, sign on the dotted line? No. It's like, it's in the same way I want to just gift people with knowledge. I just want people to know that ye are gods. I just want people to know that you are divine. Like, I've been teaching that shit for 11 years. I had my near-death or my out-of-body experience 11 years ago. And when I met a being of light, which alien, totally alien, giving alien vibes here, I met a being already that was far more advanced than us. But I was having a spontaneous Kundalini awakening during meditation. I came out of my body and I was with a being in a, well, I don't know really where you would call it. I guess a different realm. I don't know. It doesn't matter. For 11 years, I've been teaching people this shit. For 11 years, I've been saying like, hello, get your fucking thoughts right, because ye are gods. You're God, period. Some people listened, most didn't. So 11 years I've been on this journey and I have been trying to tell everybody I know. So like I can sleep well at night knowing like I did my job, but the difference now is I'm hearing them say things like, you've made it, we're accepting you in. It's like it's like a place, but it's not really a place. It's like New Earth is not really a place, it's a frequency, right? It's like love is a frequency, home is a frequency, but like, I wish I knew how to explain this better. I don't. It's like going out and just telling the whole world like, oh yeah, not only do I see dead people, ancestors, right? Deceased loved ones on the other side, those are spirits. Those are, yeah, that's like earthbound too. Some of them have advanced, but those are not what I would consider ET. That's one thing, being a psychic medium. A lot of people are psychic. A lot of people are psychic mediums, but to now have to tell the world about ET technology and an advanced civilization that's helping humanity right now. It's, I don't know. I know where I stand. I know that I'm wanting to be vocal about it. I know that a lot of judgment will come, a lot of persecution. I mean, I've been feeling this for 11 years. Like every time I would tell people about what I saw, I got called a demon. I got called a demon worshiper. I got called Luciferian. People were like, "Oh, bitch, that's the false light. You met a being of light. Oh, that's the false light. And you're leading people to hell." So for 11 years, I got called every name in the book. I had death threats, dox threats, people threatening my family, threatening me, like threatening things that I was like, you know what? If I'm going to continue doing this, which I stand firmly for what I believe in, I have to leave everybody behind. And I did. I literally left my entire family. I have no attachments. I have no worldly attachments to any people, places, or things. No more. Nothing. I'm not attached to this world. I'm in the world, but I'm not of it. I had to leave everything behind because that's how people were hurting me. They were threatening my way of life, people that I knew. They were using those people against me too. Like a lot of my family turned on me because they agreed with the sentiment that I was a devil. I was working for the devil. Even my own mother. I remember the day that I had my out-of-body experience. I remember I called my mom. I don't know if it was the day of, but it was very soon after. She was like the second or third person to know. I only at the time told 3 people. My husband, my best friend who was a witch. So she was totally about it. Like she fucking knew right away what I was talking about and stuff. But my mom, who was still under a lot of religious programming, I told her about it. And the first sentence out of her mouth, which still surprises me to this day, because I did not think that she was gonna approve. She was the one telling me not to meditate in the first place. Again, religious programming. I was raised in a cult, in my opinion. And so was she. So when I told her what had happened, she was like, "Oh my God, you met Jesus." And I thought that was so peculiar because I was like, Mom, there was no name, okay? Not like this being was going around with a name tag being like, "Hi, my name's Krishna. Hi, my name's Jesus, and welcome to heaven." Like, it wasn't like that. But the fact that she immediately said like, "Oh, that was Jesus." Okay, to her, that's what I saw. But then years later, after all that persecution happened for me, I was attacked for my beliefs, like from day one. She started to change. And because of the law of assumption, because I didn't understand that I was manifesting it, my mom was shifting from a believer to like completely my enemy, turning people against me and getting involved with, you know, "Oh, I think she's Satanist now. Oh, she's picked up those cards. Oh, she touches candles now. Oh, there's this and that." So sadly, my own mother, who was once a believer, started to not be. And I had to leave. And I love her so much. Today, I felt this overwhelming compassion for my mom. I felt like, wow, my mom had to do as I assumed she would. Everyone in my life did as I assumed they would. I saw so many people hating me because of what they feared, because of religious programming, because of governmental systems, and because of bullshit. And my mom, I think, was always a believer, you know, just like I was. I remember, though, I told my husband, he was the first one to know. I remember as soon as I had my out-of-body experience, I was crying. It was so beautiful. I came out of it. It only lasted maybe 30 seconds. And I just rushed downstairs. He was watching football, and I was like, turn off the TV, as I was crying. And he's like, what do you want? And I was like, I just met God. And he's like, cool. Okay, cool. And he just like went back to TV programming. So I could not find anyone really, except my best friend, who actually was the one that taught me about meditation. I couldn't really find anyone at the time who was supportive of me, and her and I didn't even really get to be friends because, again, I had just gone through such an intense initiation. I surpassed even her, the mentor. She even told me, she was the one that taught me tarot. She even told me, she's like, I've never seen what you saw. It only took me 2 or 3 times in meditation and I already saw what she was never able to see. And I remember having to keep it very hush hush for a while, because the more I started talking about it, the more people started coming at me. And even right now, I feel a lot of psychic energy coming at me that is not mine. And in the same way that when I read tarot, sometimes I can feel my client like rejecting the truth that I'm giving them. That's how I feel right now. Like a lot of people will reject my truth. And because this is so near and dear to my soul, because this is literally me. This is literally me. I've never hid who I was. It's been me, myself. My name is out there. My face is out there. My story is out there. I've never hid any of this from anyone. I've been 100% transparent on this whole fucking journey. I've told everybody the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So I have put myself out there as a truth teller, and I'm never going to stop. Just because some people don't want to approve of the message, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And I've never given a fuck. And guess what? No one's been able to stop me yet. I've been doing this 11 years and nobody silenced me yet. And no one will fucking ever silence me. So, not even my own parents could do so. Not even my husband, whom I divorced, could do so. No one will be able to stop the truth from coming to light. No one. Never. And that's what I love about these divine forces. They are so protective of me. Why shouldn't they be? I keep praying for them to be. I keep asking for them to help me. I keep saying, I'm in it to win it. I want to do this. I love it. I love what you're about. I love that you help humanity. I love that you took my pain away. I love that I'm not dependent on pharmaceuticals anymore. I love that I'm not dependent on a guy to provide for me, a friend to inspire me. No, I inspire myself. I motivate myself. I wake up every fucking day and I am my boss daddy. I am my boss mama. I get it. And I really want to help inspire and teach other people to get it. And because I have that attitude, these forces want to now work with me, which they really always have been working with me. But the only difference now is that I'm finally like, all right, fine, sure, yeah, sign me up. Not only do I want to work with them, but it's an honor. It's a privilege. And again, a lot of people may not agree or may not think that they come in peace, or you might not think that I work for the light. I honestly, and look, I'm not even trying to be hateful, but I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't. No, I used to. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks anymore. I didn't even give a fuck what my own husband thought. A guy I slept next to every single night for nearly a decade. I didn't give a fuck what he thought. I give a fuck what that being thought. I give a fuck what my soul thinks. I give a fuck what God thinks. I fuck with God. And I'm telling you right now, if anybody's got an issue with the way I speak, you got an issue with the language, you got an issue with me talking about advanced technologies and societies and governments crashing and coming, honey, I don't give a fuck. Unsubscribe to me. Unsubscribe and go watch somebody who won't tell you the truth, because I've been for 11 years telling the truth, to a point of persecution, to a point of dox threats and death threats, hacking, which is why I also have been okay with being single for a while. Like, last 4.5 years I've been celibate. I haven't dated. I've just assumed, again, because I didn't understand the law of assumption yet, I was assuming that men wouldn't really be down with this, you know, especially a man that has a family, especially a guy who has like a whole lifestyle, a whole life, a whole, you know. So anytime a guy would get close to me and he had attachments, I would have to push him away, especially because I love them. I love every guy that I've talked to, but I haven't really gotten to that dating stage yet, or haven't really gotten to that like, oh, this is gonna work out stage. No, it hadn't gotten there yet. I don't know that it ever will. In fact, yesterday I saw the magician energy that I keep trying to manifest. I'm telling you guys, in tarot, the archetype of the magician, I joke about it, but that is really someone I'm trying to manifest. I'm trying to summon the magician energy. Now, I, myself, am magician energy, excuse me. Yeah, I am the magician. So I manifest using my mind. We all do. We all do, and we've all been doing that shit. But I am consciously and purposely trying to manifest the magician energy. And so yesterday they showed me that the magician energy is very much alive and well, and he's one of these ET. Now, again, because they're so high vibrational, you can't see them until it materializes in the 3D, which is why I'm going to start talking also about soul contracts and soul walk-ins. I am a soul walk-in. I had a near-death experience in 2019. So while I had an out-of-body experience 11 years ago, I died in 2019. I am not the same soul that was alive before I and then came back. Okay, I'm not the same soul. A different soul took over. A higher, more evolved consciousness took over, signed an agreement with this body, this physical avatar, that I would get to go do things for the collective, for God, for whatever is coming next. I would be able to be a channel, a conduit. And in agreement to that, I would get to heal. I would get to know boundaries, energetic boundaries. I would get to make better money. I'd get to eat better food. I'd get to have more experiences, more visceral experiences. I would get to have life and have it eternally if I decided to work for humanity. Now, again, you don't even really have to do that. That was my agreement with a higher being, with whatever consciousness I saw when I was dead, which there was a consciousness I heard, I didn't see it. And while I was dead, I agreed to come back and do this work. And that's when my psychic gifts came in. My psychic gifts came in that day. That day, I got to be this soul, and my soul already knew psychic gifts. I already knew how to throw tarot. I already knew divination. I already knew things at a soul level because I've been doing this a minute. This is not my first rodeo. So my family, of course, did not know me at all after this. I divorced like 5 months later. We already went through divorce proceedings, and like I was already getting my ducks in a row. Everything was changing because I was not the same soul. My family didn't understand that their daughter was gone. Their sister, their best friend, died. They didn't know that. They didn't understand that because physically it looked like I was still there. So I'm going to start talking about soul walk-ins as well. I'm going to share my testimony. It's going to be very weird. I can't imagine it's going to be easy for a lot of people to hear in the world. I don't care. I'm not here for your comfort level. I'm not here for you to be like, oh, that's a cute little truth. I don't give a fuck. I didn't come here to give you like a dose of adorable. I came here to give you the fucking truth. World's on the brink of disaster. And I'm fucking tired of it. And a lot of people like me are tired of it. You want to stay in that timeline, have at it, but I'm done. So I saw the magician. Literally, they showed me who the magician was as a consciousness, as an ET, as this higher vibrational force. And because I have a preference of men, that's how this ET will be coming to me in the physical, in the flesh. And because I'm manifesting that. If I were into women, he or she would be coming as she, but I prefer men, so I'm manifesting that. Anyway, I saw the magician and I talked to him. I absolutely 100% telepathy-wise am with him all the time. And he was showing me like backstage pass. Like I got to see the ship. I got to see things that most don't get to see. It was incredible. It was fucking amazing. And he was just telling me like, this is very much real, and I am very much about to incarnate. I'm very much about to be aligned with you energetically in the flesh, in the physical, and do this work with you. I'm very much ready to do that. And I was like, this is fucking bonkers, bro. You have been watching me for 34 years. Obsessed. Like, the Twinflame journey, and this is why I've been talking about Twinflame so long, and people have laughed at me and joked around about like, oh, that girl's just hopeless romantic. Nah, the reason I can't get involved with anyone is because I'm not meant to be involved with anyone. I'm meant to be involved with the magician. I'm meant to be involved with my Twinflame. I am meant to be, if I were to joke around and be like, oh no, it's not the magician, it's actually the Hierophant. Okay, cool. That's the kind of energy I would be embodying. That's the kind of energy I would be manifesting. But in tarot, the Magician card for me represents a specific type of person. And I saw yesterday, in the depths of despair, because it was such a lonely, horrible place for me yesterday, I saw the Magician. It was like I was allowed access to like a backstage kind of thing, and I got to see that, like, wow, this is very real. How he monitors me, how he watches me, how he talks to me telepathically, how, because he's the Magician, he works through everyone and everything to get me what I want. So it's beautiful. To me, it's beautiful. To you, it might be scary. Who is this girl? What the fuck's she talking about? Magician, magic, what? Yeah. Well, we've all been utilizing magic this entire time. You just convinced yourself it was like coincidence, or just simply synchronicities, or something like, you know, like just even religion, or, you know, whatever. A baptism. People looked at it so logically, like, but there's significance in the symbolism of you being baptized, or reading the Bible and calling that the word of God. But like, you're putting so much emphasis on that being holy that when you read it, you feel touched by God. That's exactly what magic is. So it's like a wow, hello, here's me, an alien. And not only am I an alien, but I work with aliens, and I don't give a fuck if anybody agrees or disagrees anymore. I haven't for 11 years, to a point where I've literally left everyone behind because I don't give a shit. Because I don't give a shit how I'm viewed. Of course I loved my family. Do you know how hard that was to leave? And my husband and my dogs, and I had to leave everything behind. And it's like, of course I love them, but I love this cause more. I love myself more. I love these entities and my soul family more. And so what some may think is a heartless move, a bitchy move, I don't really care. I have great ass boundaries, psychic boundaries, and I'm here to teach others how to have amazing psychic boundaries. Because this new age that we're entering, whether you fucking like it or not, you're gonna need boundaries. You're gonna need boundaries. And we have to ask ourselves, do we have them? Do we have them? So anyway, I saw the Magician yesterday, and very, very close to twin flame union, he and I. So point is, I'm manifesting shit up there, and it's coming down to earth. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's inevitable, because I say it's fucking inevitable. Whether you may think it's crazy or not, doesn't fucking matter. It is time that a lot of us start accepting the fucking truth and acknowledging what and who we are. Persecution may come. Oh well, I've been persecuted 11 years, they haven't killed me yet. Technically I died, but bitch, I came right back to life, so honestly. Do what you gonna do, honey. I feel like if you can get through Archangel Michael and this whole spirit, like, world that is protecting me, like, honey, please do so. Okay, like, send me home. I am not worried anymore. I am telling the world who the fuck I am. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. I guess go get your Kleenexes, because very soon the world will know who I am and who a lot of people like me are. I love you. Thanks for watching. Bye.